Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. And if you're old to the channel, Couch Crew, what's going on, man? We on the road to 10K subs. Follow me on Instagram at Real Black Couch Booking and join my Discord. Links in the description down below. And last but certainly not least, I have launched a Patreon exclusive content, wrestling content, life content, story times, a whole bunch of good fun over there, uncensored, unfiltered, where the real meets the realist. So I cannot wait for us to be able to really tap in with that. So I hope you guys are ready for that. And I hope you guys are ready for a new video topic today, man. Feels good to be back, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, a day break for me be feeling like years, bro. I love talking to y'all. Y'all my community. We're a community, and you know what I'm saying? I love, cranking out content at a high clip for you guys. So today I will be talking about the biggest issue, in my humble opinion, with the women's division, and more so than ever. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna drop a video about, the WWE releases as well. That'll probably come out before this video. But I really want to talk about, this video was planned before the releases happened. So I really want to talk to y'all about how the women's division, women's wrestling right now across the board, WWE, AEW, TNA got a great knockouts division. Across the board is in a very good space as far as talent goes. Now we're facing another issue that it's like, why can't we get past this issue? Why is it so hard for us to get past this issue? So I think the main issue is that back in the day, women's wrestling suffered from the matches were too short. 5 minute matches, 2 minute matches. The feud, you'll have a feud, but then it'll only be like for 2 weeks, like nonsense. But one thing back in the day did do, they actually gave time for storylines. And it was the stupidest storylines, the simplest storylines. Girl versus girl over guy, girl cheated on guy, a marriage angle. Like of course it was regular degular stuff. Wasn't nothing like shit Scorsese levels of story, but they had more time. In today's wrestling, the women have more time for matches for the most part. We still deal with nonsense 5 minute matches and squash matches from time to time, but that's with the guys as well. The women have more time for the matches, but the stories don't have time to develop. Across the board, women don't have time to cut decent promos, and across the board, there's just not investment into building why this rivalry is happening. What's gonna happen next with the rivalry, unless it's the upper echelon, the top of the top of the top. I've said this for years since I made this channel. With the women's division, they book so top heavy that they don't care about the middle and the low. And the reason why that's important, because now we have two women's mid-card championships. So booking the mid is very important, which they are doing that for right now with Lyra Valkyria, which thank goodness that they're doing that because it's necessary. But it's a cop out because they're doing this for Lyra Valkyria because she's about to ascend to the top. Even if the person is not going to ascend, or if they're going to descend, or they're going to descend to the bottom, you still have to book the mid card well. You can't neglect the mid card because at the end of the day, your top is only for the top, bro. It's not like y'all give women the opportunity to open the show and close the show. Like, whereas a guy like Seth Rollins and Braun Breakers, they can open the show with a promo and then end the show with a match against Sami Zayn and beat him up and stuff like that. A lot of women don't have that opportunity. Only person that really had the opportunity over the last couple of months, last years, like Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has had the opportunity to cut promos, to develop feuds, to do every woman doesn't have that. Like Tiffany Stratton, if you really think about it, right? The build up with Nia Jackson, such and such and such, such and such, Tiffany's whole build up was because of the money in the bank. It wasn't like the bullying story was such a simple story, but they didn't capitalize on that enough, I feel like. it could have gone way better because after that they didn't go straight into the program. They took a lapse and Tiffany had to do something else. Then they mentioned the program. Nia Jax came back. Now they mention it again. Like it's not concurrent. Like it doesn't make sense. Like it's just not logical, guys. Like it's just nonsensical. They're doing it now with Jade and Naomi, which I'm happy that they're picking up on that. But I don't know, man. I don't know if they're really gonna follow through and do what needs to be done in order to create the best women's stories. Now, obviously, there are placeholders and there's marks right now that they're using in order to captivate our interest. We don't know what's gonna happen with Bianca Belair. Liv Morgan, she about to shoot a movie. When she come back, what's gonna happen? We don't, like I said, Naomi and Jade. I mean, Naomi just says, she trying to have a baby. She trying to, maybe she might be retiring. So there's a lot of captivating things going on. We don't know what's about to happen with Charlotte Flair. I'm recording this before SmackDown, so whatever happened tonight, don't sue me on that. But Nia Jax had a great run as women's champion, but she was just the most dominant, Queen of the Ring, dominant, women's WWE champion, blah blah blah. But like Nia Jax can have some cool stories, and I think WWE is doing this thing. They're falling too much into current day, Mary Sue type of thing. Oh, women, we gotta make sure that they strong, independent women. Bro, women can be strong and independent and like have love angles. That I really think they fumbled the Rhea, Dom, and Liv thing. They really made. I'm gonna say this again. I don't care what nobody say. If they could have made Rhea even more sympathetic as a face, if she would have, I mean, it doesn't matter because people don't boo Rhea Ripley regardless. Even if she's a heel, even if she's a face, they're not gonna boo her because they're too sexually attracted to her. Too, you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna boo her. But you could have made Rhea a even more sympathetic babyface. Dom turn, he's so sleazy. Liv is the monster, like monster, bitchy heel, and Rhea's like, yo, I really did care about Dom. I really wanted Dom to be, he was really my Latino lover. Blah 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 blah. That would have made him more sympathetic. Rhea Ripley is still a woman at the end of the day. She's married to Buddy Murphy. At the end of the day, she's still a woman. She can still be a strong woman and have feelings and emotions. Like I don't think they capitalized on that enough. And like I said, bro, at the end of the day, these are still ladies. This is still women. You see how great Dom and Liv Morgan's interactions are working for both of them. Really got both of them over. People love them. They're the it couple of WWE. I don't understand why we don't capitalize on these things and you know we don't got to go backwards, but we could take things from the past that worked, apply them to today, and combine them together. It should be 50-50. We shouldn't have more match time, but less promo and story time. We shouldn't have less promo time, but more match time. It should be in the middle, which I think they've done consistently with the guys. Even the boring, not even the most not invested storylines in WWE, they at least invest in it and they keep it consistent. The stuff with Andrade, Legado del Fantasma, and Santos, that is the most lowest of the lowest card story, but they're booking it every week. We see the interactions every week, even when just a backstage segment. They don't do that with the women all the time. Chelsea Green was getting some good burn when she was not women's United States champion, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I love women's wrestling, bro. It's not about being attracted to them, blah, blah, blah. That's like a bonus. Women's wrestling, talent wise, is better than ever. It's like the argument with like the NBA and stuff like that. People talk about, the old days we had, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the old days, y'all had some really good characters, but you cannot say that the women of today are not more talented than the motherfuckers of the past. Even the mid to low card, I'm talking about straight in ring ability, is more talented than a lot of the women of the past because they didn't have to focus on really training to wrestle like that. I love Tori Wilson, but you can name anybody on WWE, name somebody on NXT, they'll smoke Tori Wilson right now. They'll smoke Kelly right now. Like, just be honest. And I love Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson, one of my favorite for sure. But Izzy Dane will probably smoke Tori Wilson right now, guys. Like that. That's the reality, man. It's too much talent to be doing what we doing right now. I really feel like y'all ever played SmackDown versus Raw 2007, bro? When you had your GM mode, you had the storyline writers, and they had the three story packages, bro. We need to start booking real life like that. Okay. We want a love angle with this person, this angle. Book that. Okay, we want a David versus Goliath story with two women. Book that. And then with the low card for the women, we'll do a number one contender story with these two women. It's very simple. I don't understand how you have a Kyrie Sane, you have a Ivy now. Oh, what they did to Ivy now with the Liar Valkyria story is absolutely nasty work to me. That could have been something yes, mid card, yes, but that could have been something way better. You know, the Piper Niven, Albo Fire, Chelsea Green thing. Are we gonna get anything out of that? And like I said, I'm filming this before Smackdown, so you know, something might have came from that. Like how do you have such great Roxanne and Julia? Please don't screw them over on the main roster. Like Roxanne's taking Roxanne, you showcased her ability since Royal Rumble, since Elimination Chamber. She can start getting some damn wins on the main roster, but Roxanne's losing streak has been historical. Even if there's been wins sprinkled in, there were wins that no one cares about. She lost the match with Cora Jade. I send my condolences to Cora Jade's career in NXT and WWE. I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes. Y'all will see that video. Y'all probably saw it already. But like Roxanne Perez don't gotta keep taking no damn L's or it's a DQ finish. Like, bro, Roxanne, you have one of the more talented women. You push Tiffany to the forefront. You push Lyra to the mid. Roxanne Perez should be creeping up on her very soon. This woman performed in the Royal Rumble and outlasted a lot of people, made it to the end. This woman was in an Elimination Chamber match, had a great performance. What are we doing? Now she's losing every week. Whoever's booking, you know, I would be shocked if a woman is booking the women's division like this. And I'm not saying that to be biased, that the woman should be booking the women's division OP. Rhea Ripley's already booked OP. We don't need that. What I'm saying is, as a woman, you like there got to be some type of personal touch on these stories, bro. Why, like, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega have been in WWE for so long together, even though both, you know, either left or got released, came back, blah, blah, blah. Why haven't we had a crossover story or at least an acknowledgement that they're married? And then we could throw Andrade in there somehow, some way. When they faced the NXT, right? I'm trying to think if they were married at the time. They were definitely together at the time. When Andrade faced Aleister Black beat him, whatever the case may be. Why didn't we circle back with that in on the main roster where it's a conflict of interest, make it more of a conflict of interest where she's representing Andrade and Aleister Black there. And now you don't even got to do that because she's not representing Andrade, but Andrade and Aleister Black could cross paths and Lita Vega backstage, and she just so happened to see them, and she's like, "Whoa, guys, chill. You know, y'all two of my guys. You know, I have personal interests. I don't need you guys to be fighting unless absolutely necessary." And then Andrade like, "Me? What? I can't do it. I can't do his accent. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Why is that not the case? Why is the fallout of Judgment Day should be we should circle back to Finn taking Liv Morgan's hotel card and Dominic like, hey, I was watching some old footage of best Judgment Day moments and Finn had your card. What did y'all talk about that night? You know, why are we forgetting about things like that? I just don't it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, y'all tell me though, man, because like the women's division needs some flavor. Like the Naomi and Jade and Bianca story, that was the flavor that it needed. That was a flair that it needed. You know what I'm saying? Even I didn't like the Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany build up. At least there was some spice in it. At least you know talking about divorces and it's at least there was some little spice in. We need more spice in the women's division, especially that tag team division. Oh Lord. I would love to see how they could fix that. But like I'm just it's just boring. Like let's give them something cool. Like let's make some factions for the women that's actually cool because there's obviously no more damage control. I mean, there's obviously if y'all don't want to do Nia and Naomi as a one-off woman bloodline, like can we just do that? Like why can't we just do that? You know what I'm saying? Like let's start these makeshift tag teams. Let's build a story where two women cross paths and become a monster tag team and become the greatest women's tag team of all time. Like let's figure something out. I think that would be very helpful for us. I mean, NXT is showing y'all what y'all could do, what y'all should do. You know what I'm saying? Not right now, because NXT has kind of been a little boring to me right now. But before Stand and Deliver, they've been cooking. So let's try to do more for the women because I think women's wrestling's in a great space. I listen, if they do the women's evolution pay-per-view, I actually look forward to it. A lot of y'all are pissy about it. It's one pay-per-view out of the year, gang. Canceling King and Queen of the Ring is crazy, but I'll take women's evolution. It's not that deep. They can really showcase some good talent, but you have to build the story up in order to get to that point. I don't want a women's evolution pay-per-view, and there's no stories on there. It's just people having matches. We need stories. So let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for love and support as always. I look forward to dropping more content for you guys, and you guys have a great night, man. It's hot outside, and don't be sweating in your sheets or wash them the next day. That was just a random tip from me. So see you guys later, man. BCB, I'm out.